It's alright, Pops. Save your strength.
Luca, by side, come close.
What is it, Pop? Anything for the family, Pop.
Rocco, buddy, pal. How's business?
Well, it's been pretty good.
Where's the Don's money?
I promise. I have it in a week.
I've heard it all before. Come on, pal.
Please, no! Please!
What can I say? It was the Don's last wish.
I know he was your father, but try to forget about it.
So sorry to hear about your loss, Tony.
Vin Piazza, you dare show your face in a memorial for my father's honor?
I mean no disrespect, but your father, not my favorite person in the world. He was a good negotiator, but seldom much else. Better off he's in the ground now.
That man, he leaves a foul stench in my nose.
That piece of garbage is garbage. He humiliated me by touching me.
That man, he has no respect for nothing.
I want to take my 9-9 and shove it down his throat.
Well, well, well. What do we have here?
What do these two doitbags think they're doing? Strolling on up on us in our time of grief. Luca, please.
Good evening, Mr. Formaggio. Congratulations on your promotion.
How's your nephew doing? You visit him in Alcatraz lately? You filthy pigs are the one that put him in that prison.
Alberto, calm down. Detectives, I want you to know something. There will never be a time where you can outsmart me. There will never be a time where you can get to me. There will never be a time where you can get the Formaggio family.
No, Tony. We couldn't get your father. I'll get to you. That's right.
Gentlemen, have a nice day.
That's right, scumbags.
Word from the informer is Tony Formaggio was making a deal with the Piazzas tonight.
So my informant told me that Rocco Soprano was found in the Mississippi River dead with 55 gunshot wounds.
Jesus. 55 shots. Only Alberto Formaggio would be so bold.
If the Formaggios are as bad as we think they are, we need to stop the deal tonight. If they get in contact with this $5 million that they're about to pick up, there's no way we're going to be able to stop them.
I made an oath to this city. And I will not let those Italians destroy that oath. I love the badge. I respect the law. I will take them down if it's the last thing I do.
Then let's take them down.
Alberto, what do you think you're doing?
I'm testing the candy.
You don't test the merchandise by tasting the merchandise. Who taught you that?
It's a quality control here, eh?
No. Hey, Tony.
What are you doing busting my chops? You're my baby brother. This is a family business. Didn't Pop ever teach you anything about manners? If you don't like the way I do business, you can go ahead and get out of my house.
I'm sorry, Tony. You know I never disrespect my brother like that. Mother never taught us to do that. I love you. Anyway, Alberto, do you remember Rusty Randy?
Rusty Randy from the docks. How could I forget?
Do you remember his sister, Susie?
Why, of course I remember Susie. She's a good woman.
She was a good woman, and I say was, because I got word this morning that she passed.
May God rest her soul, eh? I gotta go.
Enough of these stories, huh? Let's get out there and make a sale.
Keep you waiting, Don Formaggio. We had to make sure our payments were in order.
Shut up, Piazza. You are always late, and you will always be the runt of the city.
If I didn't know any better, Tony, that sounds like disrespect to me. And I bet the 5 families wouldn't appreciate hearing that a new Don is disrespecting an old Don like myself. What would your father think?
Just give us the case, Piazza. We'll give you the goods.
So we're still on for the 50-50 split of the whole neighborhood, right?
We're still on for the 50-50 split.
Stop right there, Tony! Today is the day, Tony. I can take you in warm, or I can take you in cold.
Turn. Turn. Alright, come with me, scumbag.
Luca, could you quit pacing? It's because of you were in this joint.
We're gonna be okay, alright? We're gonna be fine. Because Tom is a good lawyer.
Luca, Tom is not that good of a lawyer. Okay, you killed a cop.
I have some great news for you boys. You're free.
Well, what about the cop?
Hey, I don't know what cop you're talking about here, but everything's gonna be taken care of. It's all gonna be alright. Oh, by the way, that guy with the briefcase. Real smart idea you had there. Way to use your noggin.
Yeah, I came out with the evidence, Chief. Chief. They killed him. Chief, I promise you, those Formaggios will pay for what they did. I'll make sure of it. Detective Schwartz will not die in vain. Bye.
What?
Uno cards. Where's the money?
Vin Piazza, he ripped us off. He stole our money and our candy.
The Formaggios will pay.
And then Piazza will pay for what he's done.
In blood. Listen up. I have enough evidence to put you behind bars for life. You can change that by cooperating and giving me what I want.
I cannot believe the disrespect of Ben Piazza on our family. On my empire, I demand more respect. Just thinking about him makes me want to punch him in his nose.
That candy was worth $5 billion. At least. I say we bite back. Give him a taste of his own medicine.
I say we take out his idiot cousin, Mike Piazza. That goofball's always rubbed me the wrong way. Ruffled a few of my feathers that didn't need ruffled, huh?
We talking about Mike Piazza? We talking about the guy from the Mets?
No, you idiot. There's no relation. Mike Piazza is the perfect retaliation. Means something to the Piazzas, but not too much. You're picking up what I'm putting down, huh? Do you think you can handle this, you two?
Of course, Tony. It's no problem at all. Thanks for the info, Crook. This will be real helpful.
So when exactly is this business gonna go down, huh?
Luca, are you deaf and stupid? I didn't ask you when. I asked, can you?
Yeah, Tony. I can do that for you.
Good. I know you come through, my baby brother. Now, blood will be spilled tonight.
We've been driving for hours. Where is this guy?
I don't know. I don't see him.
I checked the maps. It wasn't on it.
Google Maps fails every time. You don't trust the map, you trust your heart. Everybody knows this.
I'll use the stars.
I think I see him over there.
What is he doing on our turf?
Let's go get this gabagool.
Come on now, what are you doing?
Get in the car.
Come on.
Do you at least have the decency to let me put my seatbelt on?
Don't worry, man. You're not gonna need it.
I got kids, I got kids!
De carnaval, canta o meu coração, a alegria voltou tão feliz amanhã desse amor.
Is it done?
Yes, Don Formaggio. Business is booming.
Were you followed?
No, we were not followed. But there's something you should know.
Mike was dealing on our turf. On our side of the city, yeah? Piazzas ain't got no respect.
Well, Piazza, that miracata has no respect for me or for my business. I need to get in contact with them real soon.
My good pal Tony! How you doing?
Piazza, you slimy scumbag. You dare embarrass me, steal from me billions of dollars of the good stuff. And now you're dealing on my turf? In my territory? Have you lost your respect?
Tony, allow me to apologize for our little mishap. It was my idiot cousin's idea. May he rest in peace.
His corpse is a symbol of disrespect to the Formaggio family.
I wouldn't get so overzealous, Tony. The cops knew we were meeting. If you want to talk about disrespect, look right at them. They created a rat out of your family.
Don't you say nothing about no rat in my family, Vin. I'm to be respected as the new Don. Nobody gets under my nose. Nobody escapes my grasp. Not even you.
Well, Tony, you'll be happy to know I've called to tell you that I've set up a meeting with the heads of the 5 families. I don't want any more bloodshed between us.
Well, that's very thoughtful of you, you inconsiderate piece of garbage. When is it?
Tonight, 6 o'clock, in Lorenzo's place on the east side.
I hope it goes well. For your sake. What gives him the right? What gives him the right to call a family meeting for showing in my territory, yeah?
Tony! He's only trying to fix the problem. He wants to save himself from the Formaggios.
There is one problem in the human race. It's a fiend Piazza. He is not to be trusted. I say we take him out. Put a piece of lead to the back of the head.
That is quite possibly one of the worst ideas I have heard in the 26 years of my life. We take him out, we lose millions in the future.
We take out Piazza, we got the entire west side of the city. What's to lose?
I'm liking the way both yous are thinking. But you're missing one key ingredient. Take out Piazza, we start a war with the families. I don't want the 5 families on my head. Do you want the 5 families on your head? I didn't think you want the 5 families in your head.
That's exactly what I've been trying to say.
There is a stench coming from the side of the phone.
Oh, would you pipe down for once in your life? I gotta get ready for this meeting.
I need you to wear a wire to the meeting of the 5 families. Cooperate or rot in prison for the rest of your life for the murder of Rocco Soprano. What'll it be, dirtbag?
Fine. I'll wear your wire.
Jesus, Alberto, what took you so long?
Boss, I had to drop a rock.
Thank you for all being here today. I want to acknowledge Don Formaggio, Don Piazza, Don Soprano, and Don Benito Vespuccio. God rest his soul. Gentlemen, we've called this meeting to discuss the bloodshed between the Piazzas and the Formaggios. How can we resolve this problem?
I demand to be paid the money that Vin Piazza stole from my family.
Tony, why don't you explain what caused such beef between you two?
Piazza and I had a deal. $50 billion for 12 kilos of the good sugary niceness. And a 50-50 split of the west side of the city.
A 50-50 split would make you the richest family in all of the city, Tony. With all due respect, the reason we've been able to keep peace for so long is because we share the wealth equally among us.
I would like to point out, at the time of the deal, the feds immediately showed up. There's no other way that they would have shown up immediately after, unless there was an informant within the Formaggio family.
You shut your mouth about a rat in my family. If you want to look for a rat, look into your own family, Piazza. Save mine the disrespect.
Tony, show some respect to the table. You're a relatively new Don, and you need to earn your respect, not just because you're Antonio Formaggio's kid. What would your father think?
What have I done to make you all feel this way? I am a new Don. I'm doing the best with what I have. If I had a man on the inside, I'd know already, and he would be taken care of, I assure you. Nobody deceives me. Nobody tricks me. I'm Don Formaggio.
So, we got your word on that?
Yes, you have my word on my father's grave.
I propose that Vin Piazza pays back the Formaggios what is owed to them.
Thank you, Don Lorenzo.
I also propose a 70-30 split of the business on the west side. Vin Piazza has been lacking in funds, and this will help equalize the finances between the five families.
70-30? A 70-30 split? You're gonna give this bum 70% of what I earn? He doesn't deserve 70% of the hairs on my legs.
Tony, this is what we decided around this table.
Now I am to be respected as the boss. How could you treat me with such vile unfairness, huh?
Tony, we've made up our minds. This is what it's going to be. You don't want to renounce allegiance to the five families and start a war, do you?
No, I'll accept.
Then this meeting is concluded. Vin, pay the man the money he's owed.
Of course, Don Lorenzo. Anything for the table. Tony!
Listen here, Piazza, I don't want to hear another word out of your face.
Well, that's all right, Tony. I didn't want to tell you the identity of your rat anyway.
And go ahead and get the car warmed up for us.
Oh, so now my information piques your interest.
You just stole 20% of my cut of the city. What reason do I have to trust you ever again?
Word on the street is, you've been missing a little bit of candy here and there.
How would you know about that, huh?
From what I understand, your, dirty brother Luca, he's been stealing some candy on the side. Don't believe me? Ask him yourself.
There's not a word that you can say that will ever make me trust you.
I would if I were you. The success of your crime empire might depend on it.
Well, then if it is true, Luca's already dead.
I thought you were still gonna be at the meeting. If I had known you were gonna come. Tony, I swear it's not what it looks like.
Luca, you slimy scumbag! I come into our house, into our mother's house, and I see you stealing from the family. I deserve more respect than this.
It was just a little quality control. I was just testing the merchandise. I didn't mean anything by it. Tony, don't you do something you're gonna regret.
And now you're lying to my face? You say these things like you're still my brother that I grew up with. Finn was right about you. He was right about all of it. You're no brother of mine. You're a rat.
Tony, listen to me, Tony. I'm not a rat. You know I'd never do anything to hurt the family. I swear, Tony, I swear on our father's grave, I'm not a rat. Just been taking a little bit of candy here and there to sell on my own. You're always treating me like the butt of the joke, Tony. I'm supposed to be a go-to guy. You're always talking about how nobody disrespects you. Nobody mistreats you. Where's my respect, Tony?
You did have my respect, Luca. You did.
Tony! What's happened here?
He was my brother, Alberto. But he stole from the family. He stole from me. He disrespected me. And he got what he deserved.
So you killed him? Why didn't you just disown him or something? He's your brother. He's like a brother to me. And you did this.
He was the rat. He was the rat. He destroyed our family, Alberto.
Tony, no. Luca's not the rat. It was me. I'm your rat.
Nicely done, Tony. You have completely dismantled your family legacy. Killing 2 of your best men in cold blood? Never thought you could do it, Tony.
What do I do now, Vin? My business and my livelihood is ruined.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, Tony. I was the one who tipped off the FBI about our candy deals. Ever since your father died, I've had the perfect opportunity to tear your family apart.
You're telling me you did all of this?
Look around you, Tony. Does it look like it was my gun that killed them too? Who do you think told the FBI that Alberto killed Rocco Soprano? Who do you think created the rat in your family? Be seeing yes. Tony. How could you be so bold knowing that you're already lost? The Piazza family will take over the entire west side of the city, and the 5 families will see this as a move of self-defense. Today is the day the Formaggios family dies.
I've come here to kill you, Vin!
Tony, all your men are dead. All my men are dead. I've won, you've lost. I have the upper hand. What would your father think?
Why don't you tell him yourself?